Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Lisa Morse. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm talking about yet another way that you can build up your armor during these crazy times that we're living in. Now the title of this was The Silly Little Thing That I Do at Night. I'm going to tell you about that, but you have to hold on for a minute. What we're talking about today is breathing. Breathing well is essential for good health. I still remember a class that I took with Robert Lippmann. Some of you may know him. Something that he said in that class really set into my mind, and it was, breathe through your mouth as much as you eat through your nose. Seems silly, because we don't eat through our nose, but we shouldn't be breathing through our mouths. Breathing through your mouth signals stress to your body. Breathing through your nose signals calm and relaxed. Now, you should be breathing through your nose, not through your mouth, during your day, but also at night when you sleep. Now, this is where the silly little thing comes in that I do. I tape my mouth at night. It helps me to sleep with my mouth closed, and it helps me sleep better. I started doing it back when I took a class as an ND student, a breathing class. I started taping my mouth. And then I remember being in Robert Lippmann's breathing class, and the first day he brought out a roll of medical tape, and I was like, nope, I already do it. Been doing that for years. My husband also took that class, and he taped his mouth at night for maybe a week after. But he did notice that he slept better, which makes sense because since I said our body senses stress when we breathe with the mouth open, we can't sleep well if we're stressed. Okay, now, a lot of times, so what I was going to say is when people are breathing with their mouth open at night, the tongue falls into the back area of the throat, and that actually prevents you from breathing through your nose. So it makes sense why when you're breathing with your mouth open, you can't breathe through your nose very well. Another thing, people often say, I'm stuffy. I can't breathe through my nose at night. I have to breathe through my mouth. I'm too stuffy. Well, it's a vicious cycle. The more that you breathe through your mouth, the stuffier your nose will get. And the stuffier your nose gets, the more you can't breathe through it. So, find out why you're stuffy first. Maybe it's allergies, get some help for that. But there is something else you can do. It's called a nose clearing technique. It's just a certain technique that you do. You can probably Google it, but to help clear your nose so that when you're ready to go to bed, you clear your nose and then you get out your tape to tape your mouth. Now, I just use Scotch tape. I know that seems weird, but like I said, Robert Lippmann uses medical tape, a little less harsh. But there's also something called Somnifix. I have yet to get that, but I'm thinking about getting it for my husband because he snores, and maybe I could get him to use it. He doesn't snore a lot, but it would be a good thing for him to use. And it's a special tape made just for sleeping at night. So if you are a mouth breather at night, I recommend try out some Somnifix and let me know how it works. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say about breathing through your nose versus your mouth. Now I want to talk about the quality of your breathing. Many times people will breathe with their chest, and they're not breathing with their belly. Breathing with your chest is shallow breathing. Breathing with your belly is deep breathing. There's this muscle right under your ribs called the diaphragm, and as you breathe deeply and move that diaphragm, the belly moves in and out. So you're expanding the lungs as much as possible when you're doing belly breathing versus chest breathing. So if you're not sure, find someone that can help you. I can help you with that, or I'm sure Robert Lippmann can help you with that. So that's the first thing about quality of your breathing. The second thing is that happens when you're breathing well is heart rate variability. So as you inhale, your heart rate increases. As you exhale, your heart rate decreases. And so usually there's like a good amount of span is about 15 to 20 beats between your lowest and your highest. And there's something that you can use to check your heart rate variability. It's called HeartMath, and I use it, and I recommend it to my patients. And basically you order it online from HeartMath, just Google it. And it's a clip that you put on your ear, and you can use it with your iPhone or your iPad. I'm not sure about Android. You have to check into that. But it will measure your heart rate variability. And I'll show you this little graph that if you can see it. Right here is the graph of my heart rate variability. So as I inhale, it goes up, heart rate goes down, and then as I exhale, heart rate goes down. So on this one, my range was from 60 to 80 beats per minute. So that's about 20. This is a great thing that you can use during your day to just take a little break, maybe 5 minutes, or maybe even 1 minute. 1 minute's good too. And check on your heart rate variability and see how your breathing is doing and see where your nervous system is at. You can also use it at night. I like to use it at night before bedtime. I'll do 10 minutes. But it's just, like I said, a great way to check in on your nervous system and see how you're doing. Because we know that when we have a relaxed and calm nervous system, we have a stronger immune function. So we talked about that last time in the stress. When I talked about stress suppresses our immune system. So being in a parasympathetic state keeps it strong. And as well, we can also keep our inflammation low when we are in a parasympathetic nervous system state. Okay, so those are my tips for you. And I leave you with this. You are not powerless. You can take steps to stay strong and healthy right now. Make sure you're breathing through your nose. Make sure you're using your belly to breathe. And try out some HeartMath. I recommend it. I've had mine a long time and I love it. Okay, everybody. Take care, and I'm wishing you wellness always.